This 5-minute Buddhist ritual heals your body without medicine. Gently close your eyes for a moment. Soften your shoulders. Let go of the worries filling your mind. No effort is needed, no achievement required. Just be here. Listen to the breath entering and leaving your body. Hear your heartbeat resting in quiet peace, as if the entire world has slowed down just so you can return to yourself. In this moment, no past is holding you. No future is pulling you forward. There is only the breath, the body, and a silent space opening within you. Long ago, in deep forests where monks lived in seclusion beneath ancient trees, there existed a healing ritual passed down through silence and experience. No medicine, no technology, no reliance on any external power. Only breath, awareness, and trust in the body's innate ability to heal itself. It is said there was an ancient ritual, forgotten over time, waiting for a sincere heart to rediscover it and step through the doorway of stillness to awaken the light sleeping within. Today we walk through that doorway together. Now that your mind has softened a little, let me tell you why 5 minutes is enough. The human body does not require a long journey to begin healing. Sometimes all it needs is a moment to remember it is still alive. One deep breath, a small pause to release the layers of protection built from worry and pressure. When you allow yourself to stop for 5 minutes, your nervous system begins to shift. From tension and defense, it transitions into rest and restoration. The sages called this returning home. Science calls it activating the parasympathetic nervous system. This is where healing begins. 5 minutes is enough for a signal of peace to travel through your entire body. Enough for the heart to soften. Enough for the breath to become deeper and lighter. Enough for the muscles that have silently held tension for so long to finally relax. And most importantly, 5 minutes is too short for the ego to resist. It does not have enough time to doubt, to argue, or to build its walls of control. Too short to fight back, yet long enough to open a doorway where your body remembers its ancient ability to heal itself. 5 minutes, when given wholeheartedly, can become the beginning of an entire lifetime of peace. When the body enters this healing state, something miraculous happens deep inside where the eyes cannot see. This is not just muscle relaxation or a slower heartbeat. This is the moment when each organ in your body begins to be heard, touched by a subtle care that everyday busyness often makes us forget. Feel your liver, the silent warrior carrying toxins and burdens you unknowingly bring in every day. In this moment, it no longer has to fight. It gets to breathe, to soften, to be wrapped in the tenderness of your breath and your awareness. Then bring your attention to the heart, the place that holds memories, love, and old wounds. When you slow down and simply be, the heart no longer beats with survival tension. It returns to its natural rhythm, full and gentle. Your immune system, the quiet defender always working for you, also begins to awaken in a different way. Not to fight something, but to rebuild, strengthen, and restore from within. And deeper still, in the marrow where life begins, a subtle light starts to move, not loud, not brilliant, just a small glow, gentle and warm, like a seed of awakening being stirred. As that light spreads, the body is no longer just a physical form. It becomes a sacred temple, where every cell carries wisdom and an innate ability to heal. In places where medicine cannot reach, your breath and your awareness are entering, and you begin to remember that this body is not just flesh and skin. It is a living temple, a sacred ground of life and light. As we step deeper into this ritual, let your mind travel back to the ancient forests of Southeast Asia, where silence was not a choice, but the natural condition of life. In the borderlands between Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, and northern Thailand, practitioners lived, meditated, and breathed beneath the canopy of centuries-old jungle. No city noise, no notification bells, no conveniences. Only the sound of wind weaving through leaves, water dripping from moss-covered stones, and each breath blending into the breathing rhythm of the earth and sky. Those seekers did not learn from books, nor did they search for answers through theory. They learned through silence, through direct experience, through nights resting under trees where moonlight touched their skin, like a reminder that life is always here, even in the most solitary places. Some slept on bare earth, some meditated beside cold mountain streams, and there are stories passed down of monks meditating beside wild forest snakes, seeing every creature as a companion on the path to awakening. No fear, no resistance, only complete presence. It was in such an environment that this healing ritual was formed and passed from person to person, not through words, but through direct experience. This breath, this slow rhythm, this inner light, all arose from a life intertwined with nature. When you practice, you are connecting yourself to that lineage, as if an invisible thread from the deep forest touches your heart. You do not need to step into the jungle, yet the spirit of the forest is present in the moment you return to yourself. Breathe slowly and open your heart to stillness. In Buddhist teachings, illness does not begin only in the body, but also in the breath and in the rupture of inner connection. When breath becomes rushed, the mind tightens and energy stops flowing naturally. At first it is only a slight clench, a faint worry, a small tightness in the chest or belly. But over time, that tension becomes a continuous current, pushing the body into defense mode and disrupting the delicate rhythm within. Illness, therefore, does not arise from a single cause, but from a gradual imbalance between body, mind, and breath. In Buddhism, healing is not a battle. You do not need to attack what is happening inside your body. On the contrary, you are reminded that fighting only creates more suffering. What is needed is to end that silent struggle and begin to truly be present. When you stop resisting and simply allow everything to be as it is, the body begins to release, the mind begins to soften, and restorative energy returns, not through force or effort, but through permission, through presence, through gentle acceptance. When we stop fighting and begin to fully exist, healing naturally arises from that subtle foundation. Now that the foundation has been laid, and your mind has settled like a lake after the wind, we will enter the ritual with reverence and completeness. This ritual is divided into 4 stages, each one a doorway opening into deeper restoration of body and mind. First is the breath, where you awaken the flow of life energy moving through every cell. Next is the hand gesture, an opening and receiving gesture like a sacred bowl offering itself to the universe. Then comes visualization, where you use light and focused awareness to purify from within. And finally, energetic connection, the moment of transition from someone who is healing to someone who has been healed. Let your mind be ready, for we are about to step into this subtle and miraculous journey. Step 1. Opening breath. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Place both hands on your lower belly. Inhale through your nose to the count of 4. Hold the breath for 2 seconds, then exhale slowly through your mouth to the count of 6. With each exhale, imagine a grey mist leaving your body, carrying away tension, fatigue, and old thoughts. Continue this breathing. Step 2. The sacred bowl gesture. Now, place your hands together in the shape of a bowl, as if you were receiving an invisible gift. Let your thumbs gently touch, your fingers relaxed, and rest your hands over your lower belly. Close your eyes, feel the energy within your palms, and silently say in your mind, I am ready to receive the healing that has always been within me. Step 3. Visualizing the golden light. Imagine a gentle golden light descending from the sky like a warm, tender, and compassionate rain. That light enters through the top of your head, then slowly flows down your throat, into your heart, through your belly, your pelvis, and all the way to your feet. This light purifies, restores, regenerates, and heals. You do not need to do anything. Simply allow it to move on its own. Step 4. The healing leap. Place your right hand over your heart and your left hand over your belly. Hold this posture. Breathe gently and quietly say within, I am healed. I am light. I am alive. Remain in this stillness for another 30 seconds. Smile softly. Then slowly open your eyes. When you enter this practice, let your body experience it without expecting anything specific. Yet very often, change arrives gently and unmistakably. A warm wave spreading from the chest down to the belly, the shoulders softening as if an invisible burden has been set down, the breath becoming deeper, slower, and the mind no longer needing to stay on guard. That is the sign of the parasympathetic nervous system activating, the vagus nerve sending signals of safety throughout the body. The immune system begins to recover, no longer rushing to fight but shifting toward rebuilding and nourishment. You may feel something invisible yet undeniably real, as if your body is receiving a silent gift. No explanation needed. The feeling itself is proof. You do not need to believe this with logic. Simply feel it with presence, and transformation will speak for itself. When you reach the end of this practice, remember that the power of this ritual does not lie in doing more or longer. It is not a technical exercise to complete. It is a moment of presence, a small but sacred time in which you truly return to your body and your mind, without rushing, without forcing, without trying to chase miracles, but simply giving miracles the space to reveal themselves. The ancients always reminded us that it is not time that heals you, but presence. It is not by pushing things away, but by allowing them to open and dissolve on their own under the light of awareness. See this ritual as a small vow to yourself, a promise that you will give at least 5 minutes each day for the next 7 days to return, to listen to your breath, to place your hands on your heart, to remind yourself that you are alive, that this body is your home, and that you deserve healing. Each day needs only a moment like this, and you will notice change arriving not with noise, but spreading softly like morning mist. You are not practicing to become someone else. You are returning to the nature that has always been whole, bright, and peaceful. This ritual is not a requirement, not a task, but a gift you offer to yourself. A reminder that when you pause, when you are present, when you place your trust fully in this moment, every cell in your body hears the call and begins to open like a lotus at dawn. Hold this commitment the way you would hold a small lantern in the night, and let it guide you step by step back home. Now that you have felt your breath, your heart, and the quietness gently expanding through your body, let this ritual become a part of your life. Just 5 minutes each day for the next 7 days, like a gentle yet sacred promise. A small commitment, yet one that may open changes you never imagined. If you are ready to step onto that path, write down in the comments a simple vow. I devote 5 minutes each day for 7 days to heal my body and mind. Writing it down is not only a reminder for yourself, but also a signal to the community who is walking this path with you. When we commit together, the journey becomes less lonely and the light spreads farther. If this video touched you, please like, subscribe, and share it with those you love. Each share can be a seed of awakening planted in another heart. Your body is a living temple, a place of life and light waiting for your return. Continue this journey not because you must, but because you deserve peace. And we will meet again in tomorrow's practice, as friends walking home to ourselves.